All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with our last lesson. We're just going to talk about some more similarity in triangles by proving if two triangles are similar using angle-angle similarity, side-side-side similarity, or side-angle-side similarity. So the way angle-angle similarity works is if you have two congruent angles. That's a really bad congruent symbol. So two congruent angles in both triangles, then they are similar. So in this case then, triangle ABC would be similar, that's how you would write it, to triangle XYZ. Now side, 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 the way that one works is if you divide all the sides. So I'm going to simplify this. So this will be little a, this will be side little b, little c. This is little x, little y, and little z. So if we divided corresponding sides, so in this case, corresponding side would be c over z. So that, if that's equal to, and we'll do the corresponding side over here of a over x, and then that's equal to b over y. So if all of these end up being equal, then triangle ABC is similar to triangle XYZ. Oh, that's a horrible Y. There you go. And then similarly, if you have two angles, so if like angle A is congruent to angle X, and we're just going to look at the two sides that are touching that angle, so angle side C and B in this case, and then side Z and Y in this case. So if that's true and C over Z equals B over Y, so these corresponding sides right here, then triangle ABC is similar to triangle XYZ. Oops. So that's how that works. So we're going to start out with a few examples where we're going to determine if these are similar or not. So sometimes you have to go through a little bit of a process. So this one, they're only showing angles, there are no sides, so the only possibility is maybe the angle-angle similarity. And all we need is at least two angles that are congruent. So right now I know these are congruent right here, angle E and angle A. I do know that this is 15 degrees, so I'm going to actually find angle C. So 180, not 180, yeah, 180 minus 90, sorry, minus 15, because a triangle adds up to 180 degrees, would be 75 degrees. Well, if you look over here, so angle C is 75, and so is angle D. So as long as two of them match up on each triangle, then we're good. So we can say this is angle-angle similarity. And I just want you to write the similarity statement. So I'm going to go ahead and say triangle, I'll start with angle B. BAC is similar. And then I just have to go in the same order with the angles. So B matches with F. So triangle F, and then we went to A, so A is the right angle, so we've got to go to the E, and then D. And there would be your answer. So let's go ahead and do another one really quick. So once again, we're just trying to determine, there's only angles, so therefore this might be the angle-angle one. So we already have 30 degrees, so we're in good shape there. I'm going to go ahead and find angle E right now by taking 180 and subtracting the other two angles. So 180 minus 44 minus 30 is 106 degrees. It's 106. Now notice how those don't match, so they're not equal. That tells us that this is not similar. And we would move on since they're not similar. And we go to number 3. Now number 3 doesn't have angles given to us. But one thing, we can either do side, 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 and it's only given us 2 sides on each triangle, so it's probably going to be side, angle, side, unless there's not an angle that's congruent. So it looks like these are congruent. So we're trying to see, is this side, angle, side similarity? We might have to cross it out because that might be false. So we know the 2 angles are true, so we've got the angle so far. And then we got to do the corresponding sides. Now remember, you do the proportion, so I'm going to take that 4, which should map to the 14, and I'm going to divide them. So it doesn't matter which one you do as long as you're consistent. So I'm going to do the bigger one over the smaller, and then I'm going to do the same with the other one. So bigger side over the smaller side. So 21 over 6. We need to see, is that actually equal? So we're going to go ahead and divide them and simplify them. 14 over 4, you can divide both of those by 2, and you get 7 over 2. 21 over 6, you can divide both of those by 3, so you get 7 over 2. So they do equal, which means these are in fact similar by side, angle, side, so I can keep that answer. And then I'm going to go ahead and write my similarity statement. So triangle GCH is similar, so I start with G, so that means we'll start with D. And then I went C, so I went toward the middle, so we're going to go toward the middle too. So DC and then E as our last one.